So today we're going to test out the Breville Fresh and Furious blender. And for our first recipe, we're going to make a smoothie. So we have here an apple, beet, carrot, and ginger smoothie. So if you're not familiar, a beet actually looks like this. So that one, I already peeled and cut up for easy because it stains. For easy use. So yeah. So what we're gonna do first, apple, you can just do na roughly chopped. So don't forget the core. Just make sure that it's clean if you don't want to chop it. If you don't want to take out the peel. So about 1 inch thick will do. Because the blender can take it. It's a very powerful blender actually. For this recipe, you actually need 1 apple, 3 carrots, and then 1 knob of ginger, about 1 inch thick. Tapos, and then the beet also, 1 medium-sized sugar beet. So that will be great. And then the thing about this smoothie, it is good for detox. Also, if you want something healthy. Also, you can make this in advance. It would be needed to be consumed for about around 7 days if you refrigerate it. You start putting the contents. So you start with carrots, so about 1 inch thick. And the good thing about this is the kinetics blade. So the motion of it is it brings the heavy stuff to the bottom, so you don't have to keep shaking. You don't have to keep shaking the blender and stuff. Yeah. Of our smoothie. So again, it's 1 apple, 1 beet, 3 carrots, and 1 knob of ginger. So to help that up, you can put a cup of water or a cup of juice, but for me, I just like using water. So here. And then after that, you cover using this inner measuring tape. And then you have to lock it in place. Like that. So you hear that. And then for this, we can use the smoothie setting. So I'll just start it. Now we have our beet, apple, and carrot and ginger smoothie. This is how we take it out. So you don't have to struggle with it too much. So I really like this thing. Yeah. So here, this is how it looks like. Just the right amount of coarseness for me. And then you can add more. You can add ice if you want it colder, or just put it in the fridge. So there. And then, so I'll just put this in a container and be right back. Another thing that I like about the Breville Fresh and Furious is that it has a auto clean function. So you can just add water, then press the auto clean function, and then it will rinse itself. So it will be easier to clean later on. You just have to press auto clean. So we'll just rinse this a bit, and then we'll get ready for our second recipe, which is our sauce. But look, it even reach the one here, the ones that are stuck here. So I don't have to clean too much after. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I just cleaned it. Super easy cleaning lang. And then for our next recipe, we will be having spicy red pesto. So my inspiration for this is actually a Korean show. So I love this show, Funs to Run. And then one of the guest stars there, what she did was, she made a Korean red pesto out of Korean chilies, Korean red chilies, and then shishito peppers. So yun. But since we don't have those, I'm using chili for the spicy part and garlic because pesto only garlic. And then for a little more color, we have the red Korean pepper powder, chili pepper powder. And then for the nuts, so it's pesto, so we have nuts and cheese. So we have parmesan and gouda for the cheese, and then I have kasoy instead of pine nuts for a call, and then a little bit of basil. And then instead of the red Korean pepper that are spicy, so I opted for this one para may konting sweetness from the bell pepper. So I roasted this actually beforehand in the air fryer. For this one, it's a nice color than the usual pesto, so I opted for the red one. And then I think the sweetness from the bell pepper is a nice touch also. And then you can opt to take out the seeds if you don't like seeds, but for me it's fine, so I'll just put it in. So I'll just in for our next ingredient. So it will be the chili. So if you can't take the heat, you can take out the seeds. For me, I'll just put it in since I already have a lot of cheese in the recipe and also a lot of bell pepper. So that's so super sweet na. So I'll add these in. So that's two sili. And then this is about a tablespoon of Korean red chili pepper powder. So you can decrease that to a teaspoon, but I really like this for the color to bring out the red. So you can buy Korean pepper powder, so either one that's spicy or one that's just for color. So you can buy any of those in any Korean store. And then we also have the cheese. So I mix the gouda and parmesan. So to add a difference in flavor since we always just use parmesan. And then garlic. And then probably a few pieces of a few basil leaves for texture also. And then before we add the cashews, we should roast them first. Have our roasted cashews. Put that there. And then to help our mixture, of course, with pesto, we need olive oil. So you need extra virgin olive oil, about 100 to 110 ml. You can always add if it's too thick for you. So that's that. So let's turn it on again. And then for this one, we can use the blend function. And then if it's still not as smooth as what we wanted, we can always extend it. And then later we'll just season with salt and pepper if we think it's still bland. Lacks a bit of salt, so let's put salt. So I added in more salt, pepper, and Korean red chili powder to get a better color out of it. It's too yellow for me. So let's just mix it a little and see later. Okay, so it's not exactly the color that I want, but it's okay. It tastes nice. And then I just added a little bit more salt to get to the saltiness that I want. You can also add more cheese, but in my case, I just added salt. Super cute container. So if you want for gifting, you can put it in cute little containers.